Hello.
Hello,
Hello, people.
is this working? Is there anyone here? Good morning,
Good
sunshines.
morning. There's 12 people here, apparently.
Really? Wow. Can you guys tell us if you can hear us?
I'll check. There we go.
Oh my god, it sounds
It
so
works.
good.
We have our microphones.
Yay! You're in Bangkok. I love it.
Hello from Budapest.
In Hungary. Oh, where? So I know that the camera's up here, but we're reading your comments down there. Hello, friends.
Yeah, so if we look down, it's because we're reading the comments, but the camera's up there. It's actually very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
Streamers, hi from Indonesia. Hello.
So, good morning or night, I guess.
Hello,
Depends.
friends.
Hello, friends. Depends on where you are.
Mm,
Good morning. Now it is morning for us.
mm.
It's actually not that early in the morning, but let me tell you what's been going on. So first of all, we had to use these because it's very echoey in here. The apartment that we're staying in has a really high ceiling. It's like a loft. It's really cool. But basically, what's been happening is here in Budapest, the sun has been rising at around 10 a.m. So around now for us, and it's been setting at around 4 p.m. So we have about sunlight for less than 6 hours a day, and when it is sunlight, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's no light. So we've been living in almost perpetual darkness. So what's been happening is Michael. You tend to
It was my idea.
so, so Michael has his work at night times here. So this is like, do you want to just describe your what you do at night times, or like at least like
I have
why?
lots of clients for my business that I need to do phone calls to be in touch with, and they're in Australia.
So
So I have to stay up until 1, 2 in the morning to do those phone calls.
And
so
as-
I sleep in until 10 o'clock the next day or 11 o'clock the next day because I'm up till 2, 3 in the morning every night. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and then obviously like I don't go to sleep usually if he's awake down here on the phone very much. So we've been staying up till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning and then we sleep in here because there's no sun. So we don't even know when to get up. So it's been a bit of a not a really great thing for our like sleep schedule.
Yeah.
But
A few people
from
coming in now.
Sydney, from Lisa, hello.
Someone said we should go to Indonesia where it's hot. Yeah, it's. Let me
Oh
check.
my goodness, I would love to go
It's
somewhere where it's hot right
5
now.
degrees here today, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, 5 degrees is
That's warm. I was gonna say I should have
It's
gone for a
usually
coffee.
about 1 at 10 a.m.
I was like,
super hot from Sydney, 36
oh,
degrees,
stop
36,
rubbing it in.
35 degrees.
Oh,
Melbourne,
Tabitha, you're
freezing
in
in
Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, 32 in Thailand. This is the best time of year.
I'm
for
so
weather in
jealous
Thailand.
if you're in Thailand. I'm so jealous.
Josie, can you speak Indonesian, which is quite popular?
Oh, apa ini?
Up ini, isn't that?
I think it's what is this?
Ini, the Bruneian.
No, it's Indonesian. Apa ini?
Up ini.
And yeah, I don't know, guys. I just woke up. Don't ask me to speak another language. So I wanted to say that we've our sleep schedule's been out, so we're a little bit tired now, even though we shouldn't be. I was gonna go get a coffee, but I honestly didn't wake up with enough time to go and get it and come back without running. We've got a Monster.
And heaven forbid any running happens.
That is the worst case scenario, let me tell you. I'm so thank you. Terima kasih. Oh, is that no, what's Indonesian? That's Malaysian. Malaysian bahasa. What's Indonesian bahasa? Oh,
it's terima kasih.
It is terima kasih?
Yeah.
Oh, where's my friend Ninke when I need her?
It's terima kasih. That would sound great on the microphone.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so I wanted to also say I got a message saying that you were from America and you couldn't stay up. So if you are American and you're watching this afterwards, we're sorry. We're trying to balance like all of the time zones in the world.
This is the first live stream on this channel, but on the previous channel, whenever we've tried to balance the live streams, it's always been US and Australia, and then wherever we were, which was Asia.
So we've prioritized those time zones.
So we've kind of this time done Australia and
England.
We're in the Europe, so the UK is easy to balance. And the statistics on this channel are like a three-way split with those three major markets, and then countries like, as you can see, like Indonesia and Thailand and those sorts of places are represented. But the main three channels are UK, Australia, America in the
America.
statistics. So we try to balance those three. So sorry, Americans, you missed out this time. But unless some of you are up late,
Tabitha's going to Thailand, which is so
let's
exciting.
answer some questions and then we're going to talk about some stuff. We'll answer some questions for a bit. Back in Thailand next week. Seeing my hotel room. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we wish we were going to Thailand next week. The best time of year for weather in Thailand, especially in the north.
We spend so much time in Thailand, as you guys know. I mean, I always assume that you are from my main channel, and if you're not, then I have a larger channel. And in that channel, we started it in Thailand, and we were there for like a total of like a year and a half. So Thailand for us and for me is like my home, I guess. I've spent more time there than I have in actual Australia, which is where I'm from. And I haven't wanted to go back just because we spent so much time there. I was kind of like, look, I'm done. I want to see some new places. But honestly, I've realized I'm not a cold girl. I don't like the cold. I like the warm. I like the sun. I like the beach. So if we could literally go tomorrow, I think I actually legitimately would. I'm so cold here. And it's not my favorite weather. I definitely like the warm.
We struggle in this.
Yeah, I do. And I had to, guys. We were in London because I've been going for Michael's soccer games, football games. If you've been following my Instagram. And I had to buy this on ASOS. I had to buy like 1, 2, 3 other jumpers because I had no warm clothes. I literally left Australia this start of this year with no warm clothes. I had shorts, play suits, and like spaghetti tops or whatever, because like tank tops, because that's what we were wearing in Southeast Asia or whatever. So I had no warm clothes. So I had to go buy like 10 jumpers, a puffy jacket. I just don't like it. I like being hot. Is that weird? Do you prefer to be hot or cold? Because I feel like if I'm no, because then then you're cold. Like you're like, but if you're warm, you can just wear less.
There's a limit. You can wear less up to a limit.
You can wear like shorts and a tank top.
You can put enough clothes on to be warm.
Oh.
Someone said they're going to Chiang Mai because of us.
Oh,
we are so jealous.
Give them some tips, because someone that I know went to Chiang Mai and they were like, I don't really like it.
Just get out of the square. Get out of the old town's awesome. The old town's really, really good. Have a wander around, pop into some restaurants, but get out of the old town as much as you can and get into the outskirts. If you're comfortable riding a motorbike, get one and go for a day trip. If you're not, the tours are cheap and easy to do as well. Or you can get a Songtao, the red bus. You shouldn't be paying any more than maybe 50 baht these days. I don't know.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
You shouldn't be paying any more than like 50 to 100 baht to get anywhere that's kind of relatively a couple of kilometers out from the center. But get out of the center, go do some cool stuff in some cool areas. Niman's fun to walk around in. Santadam's more local to sort of walk around in, but like get up the mountain, get to the sticky waterfalls is a great day trip. All those sorts of things. Get out of the square as much as you can, and you'll have an awesome time.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things to do in Chiang Mai that aren't like in the city as well. Like the sticky waterfalls, they're like a short drive away, and doing that there is just so cool.
Go for a day trip to Chiang Mai. Totally.
Someone, Ivan bought me a coffee. Thank you so much for that. And we've got Kyle. Yeah, so yeah, we tried to make it a bit earlier for Australia time. So thanks, Kyle, for joining.
Yeah. Is Russia on your guys' to-do list? It was. I think it still is on the to-do list, but we were actually like, if it was going to happen, it was going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks. But with everything that's happening like right now, it's just probably a little bit too sensitive. Not from a content point of view, whatever, but from a like. It feels like things are kicking off a little bit more in the last week or so. So we're just going to kind of wait a little bit and see what happens with the situation with other tourists there and how safe they must be. But as you guys would know, there's no like place that we're not going to go to for like a governmental reason. Like people aren't like governmental, that sort of stuff. But it's not worth going over there at the moment, as tensions are seemingly after the American election a bit iffy. So we'll wait until it happens.
Michael just posted in the Discord that we're live, and I was like, what's all of this notifications I'm getting? I want to.
I was looking forward to an early night, but you guys, Lucy, changed those plans.
Good. Welcome. Hey, Lucy, how you going?
Gotta love it where I stay.
Some of our members in here. That's so fun.
Cacao Farm, where they make their own chocolate and 7 dogs. Sounds awesome. Where's that, Tabitha? go for a day trip Chiang Mai. Yeah.
I want to talk about after we finish
Yeah. What's
chatting on. I
your
feel like
thoughts about? Okay. Have a few
Northern
tours
China.
booked over the Elephant Nature Park. Good stuff. And the Elephant Nature Park needs all the business they can get at the moment after the floods.
Oh, the floods.
They were doing really well housing elephants, and also they were taking other people's like elephants that are in captivity during the floods and looking after them.
Oh,
And lots of street dogs. People were just dumping street dogs at their property during the recent floods as well, because they just had not the facilities, but they were getting donations to
yeah.
be
So
able
they were
to feed and
getting
look after animals. So they did a
some
really
help.
good job. They're big saviors in Chiang Mai.
Thanks, Andrew, for joining. The dog woke me up at 4:30. Oh no.
Harbin's really good. We'd love to go to Harbin.
Where's that?
North China. So where they did the ice world, the ice city thing.
Oh, cool. We didn't go. We went to quite a few cities in China actually, but we didn't go
in a
there.
Mongolia way.
Oh, we wanted to go there too. We wanted to go to a lot of places around there that we didn't actually end up getting to, unfortunately.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
When will you be in Melbourne again?
Ooh. I don't know if we need to go unless we have a layover to Sydney because we're not from there.
We're not from Melbourne, so
we did travel there for a holiday.
We went to Melbourne because when we worked with Brunei, they flew us from Melbourne.
Yeah, true. So we worked with Brunei at the start of the year, which is what brought us back out to Southeast Asia after our home trip. And they flew us from Melbourne, so we had to get there. So
Michael, when are you going to post more often? Truth.
He posts once every 8 weeks.
I have a
at
bunch
this point.
more China videos. Actually, I have about 4 or 5 left to go.
Can I tell them about your little?
Oh, someone reached out to me for a brand deal on the next one of the next China videos, which is cool. I got a couple of China videos
It's his first one,
in a
so
row.
congratulations.
For you guys in the stream, the 50 of you, I actually get heavily pressed by the police in Xinjiang. So I kind of have like not been avoiding making it, but like
I haven't even put that one out yet.
Yeah, like I know I have to actually sit down and like properly go through the footage and make sure I don't do anything wrong with that one. And I'm kind of having procrastination block doing that because I work a lot on what we're doing with Josie's channel. So
yeah, he works a lot.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'll post more often soon, hopefully.
Should we start talking about my 1 million subscribers yet?
Yeah. Hello. Also, hello from Newcastle, Australia. Hello from Liverpool, UK.
Newcastle.
I miss home. But yeah, we might.
This is so crazy seeing everyone from Australia. I love it.
You go. You lead. Can I have that?
Yeah, you can have this. We need some energy. No, I just wanted to talk about. I hadn't ever really I put up a thank you post for my 1 million subscribers on my large channel. This is like my second channel. I just need I need better names. I don't like main and second. I don't like that.
Well, I don't think
if there's any suggestions,
I don't think they're main and second anymore.
No, I know. That's what I mean. But one's big and one's smaller. So it's kind of like, what do I call it? I don't know. But I wanted to say thank you, even if you guys who are watching this live on this channel aren't subscribed to the big channel.
Yeah.
Thank you anyway. You're in my ecosystem of Josie and your support. That's supporting me in any case. So thank you so much for that. But the main channel, especially, hitting 1 million subscribers was just crazy, and I hadn't really done anything for it besides put up a thank you post because I didn't really want to make a big deal out of it at all. I know that a lot of people and along the way I've put a lot of emphasis on milestones of subscribers, and I think somewhere within the last year 18 months we kind of realized that it's hard. I didn't want to focus on the number for success, if that makes sense. And when I got there, I was like, hold on, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there came a time maybe around the 500,000 mark where we were like 1 million's a cool milestone, but it doesn't mean anything more than 900 or anything like that because everybody's important and everyone along the way
everyone's
is important.
It's not just.
But when it ticked, we were like, oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. What a good achievement. And then it ticked over and it was like, that's a good sense of achievement.
I was like, okay, that's really
awesome.
Cool.
And you were actually at coffee with friends.
Yeah,
we were watching the numbers tick over as we got closer to 1 million. We were laying in bed in London. And then Josie's friends are like, come have a coffee. And literally it was going to happen. You couldn't avoid it. You had to. So we didn't even get to experience it together. We were apart when it happened.
Oh, I hate the mornings.
We weren't even in the same. We were there. You were down the street at the coffee shop.
And I because we were in London and I hadn't met up with them, and it was their only time to meet up with me.
Yeah, it just happened to be right
and I
then.
couldn't put it off because they were going out to a concert, and yeah, so it just happened that way.
Better than 100K, which I remember was in Vietnam. We had to stay up till like 2 a.m. to watch that tick over.
I put that up for my members.
That was so funny.
Getting 100K.
So we were sitting there just to recap the story, we were laying there in bed in Da Nang in Vietnam when it ticked over to 100K. But as we were laying there, we're waiting for it. We're really excited because that was like only 10 months into the channel.
Yeah.
When it hit that, and then we're really excited, and then the fire alarm went off in the room.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my god, imagine if the fire alarm goes off and it ticks over to 100K, and we're like running outside, but it was a false alarm. That happens a lot in.
Then I got 100K, and then I screamed, and then
cried.
No, and then someone unsubscribed, so it wasn't 100K anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Natasha said, been watching for 2 to 3 years
Whoa.
now. Love you guys. Thank you.
That's like my entire channel.
That's the whole time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I can't read. Is it Lisa?
Lisa, congratulations.
Sorry, my eyes are really bad.
Thank
in the
you
morning.
so. I know I can't say anything ever, but especially not in the mornings.
Should we bring it a bit closer?
If you want, yeah. Do you want to hold your? My eyes are a bit
ruined.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
But yeah, it was a big milestone. I think once I hit it, I think it really like hit me then that I had like a million subscribers, which is crazy. And not only that, but it was kind of just, I know, like I said, I don't want to put anything into like a number, but I think that really reflected the hard work and dedication and all that we've done for it for the last 2.5 years or whatever.
Yeah,
or whatever.
It doesn't mean,
because I hit it about 2.5 months ago.
It's one of those weird milestones where you don't get anything for it, so it's not like, it doesn't feel like an achievement, but it's an achievement.
Actually, I do get something for it. I get a 1 million subscriber plaque from YouTube that
Which
is now half
smaller.
the size as it was a month before.
Yeah,
and I literally missed out on the big 1 million plaque size by 1
month. Which isn't a problem. Oh,
yes, it is.
No, unless the two are uniform. So when Josie got the 100K, she got the old style plaque,
which is going to be bigger than my 1 million subscriber.
so,
it is going to be bigger.
Silly.
It's going to look so stupid. And now the only thing, I'm waking up now in case you can't tell. Now the only solution I have is to order a smaller 100K plaque so that it will be smaller next to the big 1 million. I don't want to order a smaller one. Anyway, it's going to be so stupid. I haven't opened either of them.
Thank you, Eliza, as well, and Jessie as well.
Thank you, guys. But yeah, so when I go home next, I'll be able to unopen them both because I haven't even opened my 100K yet. But now I don't want to because I was waiting for my massive 1 million one and they made it small.
So now they're not going to be uniformed on the wall.
And it was so big. The 1 million plaque one was like massive.
But let's be realistic. We've been home twice since you got your 100K plaque and you haven't even opened it.
Not twice, once.
Twice.
Oh wow.
Oh no! Sorry,
Once.
you got 100K, but they didn't send the plaque home, and it arrived as we left.
Yeah.
So
it's been once.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I also can't hang anything up on the wall, so I didn't know how to do that, and I wasn't going to get it scratched or something in the cupboard. All my stuff's like shoved into my mum's cupboard. But yeah, I just want to say thank you because we hadn't really like talked about it, and everyone was like, "Do a live stream."
Yeah.
For
it's a hard one because, as I said before, because it is an achievement. We don't want to discount that it's an achievement, but like it's part of the process.
Yeah, but when I think about it as well, like only like, did you guys know? This isn't actually a correct statistic. I'm just kind of making it up, but you'll get it. I think like 0.01% or something of people hit 1 million subscribers who are on YouTube.
It's a weird statistic because a lot of people, like, are they counting people who create channel accounts to watch YouTube?
Yeah, maybe not just creators.
If you uploaded like your family's, family reunion clip or something, and are you considered by YouTube statistics to be a creator?
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway.
Thank you for.
I'm good at it. Stop it.
Josie's great at it, and thank you for being here as part of the process.
Yeah, even if it's on this channel, but I also wanted to kind of talk about this channel, I guess, and have a chat about, I guess. There has been not too much actually, a lot less than I actually expected, but a little bit of confusion about the like style of content on each.
It's taken a while.
And it's been a long transition. And we wanted to kind of chat about that here for you guys. And I'm not sure if you can tell, I mean, I hope so, because they are completely different now. If you look at my last, I don't know, I would say 2 to 3 videos on my large channel, which if you don't know, if you are only here on the second channel, it's Josie Lifts Things. They're completely different.
Yeah.
a different style now. Yeah. So it's kind of taken all year for us, which is kind of ties into why we haven't been uploading as much on the
Well, we
large
attempted it.
channel
We
as well.
attempted it other times. So basically, if you guys are been here all year, if you haven't, there's plenty of content for you to go watch on the other channel. A lot of content for you to go watch the other channel, 400 plus videos, or something. But in the last year, you might have noticed the video in Aceh, the video in Bali, the video with the street food vendor. Those ones were even maybe you might say the Tibet videos. They were a lot more like led by not just a vlog.
Yeah.
There's a bit more to it.
We were trying.
We were trying to figure out how to make that transition. And then Afghanistan, I think Uzbekistan, we tried it as well. But it's we figured out it's not so much in the filming and the making, it's more in the organization, which we never had
Yeah.
enough time to do.
Yeah.
Because we were on a weekly upload schedule and traveling around, and we don't the hardest thing about YouTube, people don't realize, is that it's actually kind of easier in the start because you don't have any expectations about yourself and what
All
you're
have a
doing.
plan.
You can just kind of record things and upload them, which is
Yeah.
awesome. It's fun. You learn as you go. When you want to start making things, you're now being like, why can't I get this quality out every week? Because you're comparing yourself to
Yeah.
channels that are 10 years old with 10, 15 staff. And even if it might only be 2 people on camera or 3 people on camera, there's an entire staff of people working behind those channels, and it's just us. So we're in that transitional phase. We had to take some time off to be able to properly
Move
plan
forward.
that sort of content, which is why Afghanistan and the last 2 videos have been a little bit more in depth. Although Amsterdam isn't what we wanted it to be.
No, and if you watch the video,
You'll know
you'll know
why.
why it didn't work. But at that point, I'd invested too much like time, effort, and money into that video, so it went up. So it wasn't what we wanted it to be, but it was still, a different style of video. And that's what kind of aiming for moving forward. And I think when I watch a lot of creators, I just I can see how like the style is just going to be completely different, and this channel is going to stay like
This will always be raw, which is good.
an authentic travel, and I love it. And that's what the difference is.
I don't think we would have done the change on the first channel if we didn't commit to having this second channel, because I don't think I could have ever not had somewhere where we could just like share the day-to-day stuff.
Because we never want to lose that. Yeah.
Second channel the day-to-day. But yeah.
Yeah.
And it is Bourdain. Bourdain does influence it. Bourdain,
Michael loves Bourdain.
probably more so in the recent videos. We love Louis Theroux.
Yeah.
Which probably is more of the Amsterdam and Paris. Paris is such a unique video because Paris is probably my favorite video of the year so far.
I was going to say it's my favorite video. We're not getting into like video awards, but I love that video.
Well, reason being, like, you might see that thing and think that's not like a travel video, but it's literally going to another country, finding out like a secret subculture or culture, and then like being accepted by them and learning about them. And
it was awesome.
It's I really enjoyed watching that one. But yeah, that's kind of what the difference is. The next one coming out is a bit more like the Afghanistan video that's coming out.
I love the next video on the
next
main
video
channel.
is a bit more like Afghanistan. We go somewhere, we tell
love it
historical and cultural sort of story through our journey in the country as well. And it's a country that is in Europe, and it's had a very, very difficult history in the last what, in the 80s and 90s specifically.
And I think what I love about telling those type of like things on the channel is that I'm learning with you guys. Like, I have no idea about any of you guys. Know me, I don't know crap. So I'm learning with you on the videos, and I find that so fun. And then I just love this next one, honestly, so much. I think you're gonna love it as well for the main channel. But I think moving forward from now, you'll see a clear distinction in style between the large channel and this channel. It's just kind of towed the line for the last little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So we have a situation.
It's not been separate enough.
Yeah, and what we kind of just glossed over there is how we're saying it takes us a long time to do it. We don't have a team, so it means that it takes a little bit longer. And unfortunately, we needed to kind of stretch the time off on the first channel to be able to get to a point of consistency.
Yes.
So what that means is, you might have noticed it took like 6 weeks or more after Afghanistan to upload, and then it took like a month to upload after Paris. We're now firmly in every 2 weeks.
with the exception of that being the start of the year, we never really post much in January, which actually is horrible timing because this is when we want to post. Now we're into the rhythm of posting 2 a month. Pardon me. I've had Monster, so I'm going to burp. We're into the rhythm of posting 2 a month now, but we always take time off in January. So we're trying to balance that with also not being like, hey, no videos. Here's some videos, no videos again when we come back. So we'll try and figure that out. But yeah, as of next year, where our focus is consistency. I do know for a fact that probably has hurt like the performance of the main channel. But it was a necessary evil in order to get ourselves used to making something so different to what we were used to making for the first 2.5 years.
And the big thing about that is like it's going to get better because our ability to do it is going to make it better.
Yeah,
Like just like
we're
at the
so new
start,
to doing this.
if you go back and watch the early vlogs on Josie's first channel, like Chiang Mai Zoo and things like that, you can see a massive
Please don't.
you can see a massive difference over the space of a year. And everyone knows, no matter what business or life
Yeah.
or job or anything you do, the more you do it, you get better at it. So
I'm just going to answer a few things and then I'll go into the next topic / announcement for the video. But someone's from Budapest. That's so cool. In Hungary, sorry. Someone's from Hungary. I love it here. Honestly, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite European city. I
yeah,
really liked the Netherlands, but this one is just so cool. I absolutely love
Budapest.
it.
We both have enjoy like Central Europe and Eastern Europe
Yeah, don't
sort of
we?
vibes.
And this is my first time in this side of Europe. I've
Yeah.
always gone to was it called West, where like Paris and Italy is? Yeah, I've always gone there in the
Which is
past.
awesome, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's much more familiar to us than Central and Eastern Europe, and we like being a bit unfamiliar.
There's a few questions about the America. The States. Yeah, we definitely want to go. So I've actually already been. Michael hasn't. And we normally go to places in the last 3 years of travel that Michael's been and I haven't. I've been to America. I've been to Florida, New York, Minnesota, LA, and Texas. So I've kind of done the loop around, but Michael hasn't been at all. And
I'm desperate to go. It's probably
he's obsessed.
number one on my bucket list.
He's obsessed with America. And like
And like I'm talking like this is so maybe it's kitschy. I like things like I want to see what a Walmart looks like,
oh my
and like
gosh.
I want to like Americana and that whole like thing as well, like the kind of
Well, like the Walk of Fame.
rural as you go through
Yeah.
like not so much the cities on the coast. I want to obviously that's even that like you have different cultures all throughout America in different cities and states, and that is fascinating to me. That it's like one country, but it literally is like Europe. Like you'll go to different.
And
They
it's
speak the same
different.
language, but the accents are different, the culture's different, the food's different, the people are different, how they act is different.
Like even me going from Texas to New York to California, so
Right?
different.
I want to go see a college football game because that's just mind blowing to me that many people watch college sports. Like
He's just obsessed with America. So we'll definitely go. The only thing for us was the budget, and we've just exhausted it in Europe, unfortunately. We decided to come here to do this round of videos. So that is hard. It's obviously not cheap. And then we want to go there like fully with a plan. We've come here to Europe and we kind of don't have that much of a plan. It's kind of bit us in the bud. So yeah, but we'll definitely go.
We came to Budapest with a plan of being like, all right, we're going to organize all these next sort of 10 Strigger videos because we're in a position now where we probably have to film maybe 8 videos in the next 2 months.
Oh, it's a lot if you don't know.
But what we're finding
It's a
out with
lot.
this sort of content for the first channel is that the actual difficult work is in the planning. Once everything's planned and organized, it's significantly easier to turn up and film according to your plan. I don't mean scripted or anything like that. I mean like you know what you're doing and where you're going to tell the story, and you have these sorts of videos need people to talk to and to translate, and when that's all organized. So we're supposed to come here and do that, but we're just burnt out. So we've been sleeping a lot.
And I got sick.
The problem is when we were doing the other style of vlogging,
like last week I got sick.
The other style of vlogging, the rest was always the editing and chilling because you could just sit in the coffee shop and it's not too mind taxing.
It's not like that
It's
anymore.
the opposite. So we have to start planning actual rest.
I thought that moving into this style of stuff that I would work less. I work more. It's crazy.
Yeah. Which is why we've had an advertisement out on Josie's Instagram for an assistant producer.
Yes.
Now that's not that's going to be a budget stretch. But I
You're
think,
telling me?
but sometimes in business you need to take a financial loss to move forward, and we need someone to help with the organization. So it's a part-time job. If you're interested, Josie puts it on her Instagram every now and then. So go have a look
It's
over there.
linked on my Instagram bio. It's at the bottom. You just have to scroll down to
Producer just means you take we have our ideas and you help organize. So reach out to translators, reach out to people that we might want to interview or talk to, or have influence
just
in the
basically help
video.
set up the video from, basically the very early stages to when we film.
Because it takes like 2 weeks for me to pretty much organize a video, which is
More than sometimes.
more of actual work. It's just so
Yeah.
much email
But
back and
sometimes
forth.
it's back and forth.
And then you might get an email back from someone who's like, "Yeah, I can totally help you with this." And then, as you might see in the Uzbekistan video, they're not the right person for
Yeah.
it. They just pretended they were.
And we didn't have time to find someone
Yeah.
else in that situation.
So
So we just need the time back in order
there's a job there.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we definitely will
I
go
nearly
to
accidentally
America.
blocked someone with my arm. Let me turn
Michael,
my mouse off.
don't block everyone. They're being nice. But yeah, so we definitely will go to America. And I actually kind of want to do like I don't want to call it like a meetup because I'm not famous, but like I want to meet everyone. So
There's a bunch of people from
picked a
America,
spot,
but like Australia, it's so spread out. So who knows?
I know I wouldn't know where to do it. Like I might put up like a poll at some point, but like, do I do it on the East Coast or the West Coast or like I don't
I'd
know
say
where?
we'll most likely arrive West Coast,
Which side's that again?
California.
Oh, I love
We'll
that.
most likely arrive
So
West
sunny.
Coast, simply because after Europe, that's the direction we'll be heading in. So
You know what's
people would expect you to go to East Coast from Europe, but we're going to somewhere before that would happen.
You know what I'm so excited for? We go to all these places and Michael watches my reactions. I can't wait. Like there are some creatures in California. Like I cannot wait.
I love it. I love creatures.
I cannot wait for you to see that stuff for the first time. It's
I
gonna be really fun.
I think America cops such a bad rap because the tourists are so loud. Honestly, sorry guys, but I think America cops such a bad rap. But there's so much like different culture and interesting things,
California.
and they're so friendly. Americans are friendly, right? Like I'm looking forward to seeing it for myself and having my own opinion of the US because
Yeah.
it cops such a bad rap, and just like any country in the world, people and government separate, but for some reason we all seem to tie Americans in with their whatever the government is happening.
So I've got a few questions. I'm just reading really quick about Vlogmas. Now, Vlogmas was the announcement for this live. We're doing Vlogmas. Oh, I'm stressed.
We're doing
Nah.
Vlogmas, but like last night I forget where we were. I was like, "What should we be doing this? We're very busy."
I don't even know if he knew I was going to say we're doing it then.
No.
So last year it was
We already
easy because we were in Malaysia and
And
we'd already filmed the videos and all I had to do every single day was film for Vlogmas, right? This year and we were in a hotel in an Airbnb in Malaysia, so we had constant internet. It was easy. This year is going to be a challenge. This year is moving around Europe.
And Malaysia's also got so much to vlog about.
Yeah,
it's just you can just
well, so does places in Europe because we're going to be moving
totally.
so much.
But Malaysia's like the clash of cultures. There's 3 different cultures, 3 different types of food, 3 different types of suburbs in the city. Like it's.
Oh no! Someone almost got into a fight. A fight broke out in front of you. 3 people over a stolen vape. Oh, I hope you're okay. Oh no, Andrew. But yeah, so it's going to be hard.
Over a stolen vape.
Hope you're good. It's going to be hard, but Vlogmas is a go.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. And it's going to be so difficult to sort of, because I don't know, I mean, you guys obviously wouldn't think about this stuff, but moving from place to place, we can get to a hotel or an Airbnb and the internet is one upload, which wouldn't even upload a photo. Like
one upload. So to give you an example, 40 uploads really hard to find in Europe, but it's 40 upload means that you get a 4K vlog up in 3 hours?
What speed?
For one here.
It takes about 3 hours here to upload.
So therefore, if you have a one upload, that's 40 times 3 hours to get a video up.
So as you can see, that's not feasible. So it will be a bit of a challenge this month, trying to get the videos uploaded every single day when we're moving so much. We're going to be moving around Europe. And it does make me a little bit nervous. The plus for that is, the positive is that we're moving around Europe. So there's videos to make and videos to record. And I think it's going to be so fun, especially in a completely different place than Southeast Asia.
And we're going to have to get out of the Schengen for the second half of Vlogmas 2, which is either going to push us east into the Balkans or push us west back into the UK, which I think both are very interesting anyway.
We don't know
We don't
yet.
know. We'll see what happens.
So you'll find out during Vlogmas. But I was just worried that I'm going to be filming and I'll have no way to upload because I have to upload every single day, right? I need a video every single day. So that is scary. I think we just have to do a little bit more planning just to find out what internet speeds are and stuff. But we've been told one internet speed and then get to an Airbnb or whatever, and it's not that. It's really slow. So I am cautious and scared.
But we have to do it.
I'm so excited.
We have to do it.
We have to do it. It's a tradition.
Yeah,
it's a tradition.
We brought Vlogmas back to travel vlogging, which hadn't been done. And
it's just because I hadn't ever had a YouTube channel before. I was like, I want to do that, even though it's 10
that's
years
what
old.
We grew up with
yeah,
Vlogmas,
I was like,
right?
It's 10 years old. I don't care. I just started a YouTube channel. I'm going to do Vlogmas.
So Vlogmas is going to be our thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing.
It's a Josie Vlogs thing. Josie Vlogs things thing.
Vlogmas. Josie Vlogs things.
I think you can safely say probably it's as long as we have 2 feet and a heartbeat, it's going to happen every year, Vlogmas.
The other thing, no, don't tell them that.
Well, plans can change, but that's the goal. It's going to be a fixture of this channel. It's a Josie Vlogs thing.
The other thing I was worried about is also having to film for the large channel. So just juggling the two will be quite difficult, but I am really excited to show you guys more of the behind the scenes of making the first channel as well in the second channel. So it'll be fun. Vlogmas is a go. I'm excited. And that's why there's no video on this channel this week and why we're doing a live, because Vlogmas starts on the 1st. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nailed it. That was the announcement, by the way.
Can you not go to an internet cafe? You would think that. You would think you could just go.
I've been to an internet cafe, paid $10 because sometimes you have to pay, and the internet was so bad.
Yeah.
It was worse than the apartment I just came from.
The problem with Europe is that some places have old infrastructure, some places have new infrastructure, and you just don't know what the go is. It's not always fast. Yeah, even a co-working space. We went to a co-working space in London, which you would assume is going to have fast internet, and it was horrible. It was slow.
It was good. It just wasn't good enough. I was uploading 7 hours worth of footage, and I sat there for 3 days.
Ironically, in London, we found a church that's turned into a coffee shop that had 100 download and upload.
It was the saving grace of London.
The only place in London we could find that was publicly accessible that had fast internet.
Internet.
So that's the challenge, is that places where it's so foreign to us, because being in Southeast Asia mostly, you go to any coffee shop and it's 200 up and down.
Yeah.
But
it's been a big adjustment
moving into Europe. It's easier to find internet in Cambodia than it is in most of Europe.
Isn't that crazy?
But I will say, places like the Netherlands, if you are ever traveling around and trying to do this,
spots there.
Netherlands is an incredible digital nomad place. It's just expensive, but it's so well set up for this sort of stuff.
We loved
that. Netherlands was so
Unless
cool.
we just picked a really good place to stay, because it wasn't a tourist hotel. It was for people working.
No, but even those there's cafes that are set up for a chain of cafes that's set up for students and workers that has fast internet for free.
That's true.
It's just everywhere you went, it was really well set up for digital work, which you would expect is Europe. Germany was so hard to find good internet.
It was actually really hard. Actually, it has been really hard now that I think about it. Now I'm scared.
It's 2024. We'll do it. People work online now. It's so weird.
It is weird.
Western Europe has a lot of catching up to do. Internet's been better in Eastern Europe than Western Europe.
But in saying that, Australia's behind on internet speed too.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that. That's political. Australia's one.
Yeah, but we spent so long in Southeast Asia. I expected to go home and have fast internet, and then it wasn't even fast. I was in Thailand, in the middle of absolutely nowhere, I can have lightning speeds
on your 5G.
What is going on in Australia?
You can be on a motorbike ride and be up a mountain and have 300
absolutely crazy. Mike and Ashley, hello. Angela, hi again. Everyone's coming in. That's so cool. Thank you guys for joining.
Sri Lanka.
Wow, I love Sri Lanka. That's one place I really miss as well. I think I just miss the sun at this point. It's so cold here.
Sounds like Cafe in the Crypt under St. Martin's next to Trafalgar. No, it's not.
Oh, is there another place with good internet in the UK?
So yeah,
should have gone there.
It was like a church that basically has a cafe with amazing internet to get people to go and then say, hey, come to our mass on the weekend, sort of thing. But it was awesome. The people were really lovely in there.
And it had a coffee shop. It was the best.
We're not religious, but it was a religious experience having good upload space.
Sorry, no offense, but that was funny.
Even if it's a 5-minute vid, anything will be amazing. Look,
I'll put a video
sometimes,
up every day.
yeah, sometimes they won't be as long, but the goal is to do exactly what we did last year: is 40-minute videos, hour-long videos. No, that's the goal. Sometimes you reach for the stars.
We never spoke about that goal.
Reach for
Can
the
you
stars and
not?
land on the moon.
Can you not?
Come to Dublin. We'd love to. Honestly, we'd both love to. One of my
Okay.
favorite cities in the world, but man, Dublin is expensive. It's like
Expensive.
300 Australian a night for any hotel room.
So fun side note, we were in London last time, so only a couple of weeks ago. And I was said to Michael, I was like, I really want to go to Ireland. I was like, let's just go. And he was like, yep, let's go. Looked up. It was so expensive. We were like, it's worse than here. And we were trying to get out of paying so much in London. So we were like, well, I have to wait till I get paid next. Let's go somewhere cheaper. So we didn't end up going, but we would love to. Honestly, Ireland. Fun fact, when I went on my Europe trip 11 years ago,
Fun fact.
was the one place I wanted to go a lot and didn't. And I was with my auntie for that point of the trip. And I begged her. I was like, I just want to go to Ireland. She was
Yeah.
like, let's go to Paris. I was like, I don't really want to go there. I want to go to
I
Ireland.
think
And I couldn't go.
the thing with Ireland for both of us is that some places you can just go, you can like bus into the capital city, you can be in the capital city, right? And kind of see some surrounds and be like, okay, like Slovakia, for example, you can just go to Bratislava and check it out for the day and be like, okay, I've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I don't just want to go take you to Dublin. If we're going to Ireland, we're renting a car and we're doing a drive.
Like, P.S. I love you. It's going to be so nice.
So it might be something
that's my Ireland dream.
It may not happen on this trip. I hope it does. But if
I have quite a handful of countries that I want to go.
We're not doing it unless we're doing a 4 weeks road trip.
Did you guys know, by the way, side note again, I have visited 9 new countries this year, which for someone who spent the first, I think, 6 months in Australia and Southeast Asia, which is countries we'd already been to, I've been to 9 new countries.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I just want to, at this point, see more new countries, and Ireland would be new for me too. And I've got so many recommendations to go to Scotland. So anyway, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much for my million what's traveling. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I remember meeting. Yeah.
Hello.
Isn't that a full circle moment? Met you when I had like 4,000. That's crazy.
I think Watts were probably the first people that you ever met that also did YouTube.
Yeah, I think so too. Have a meat pie. Oh, I would do bad things for a meat pie with barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness. I am, yeah. I've been trying here in Budapest, especially, I've been trying to sort of get back on track with like food. So I haven't really been eating anything. Anything. No, I'm trying to save money and like feel better. So I've been not buying snacks, not buying this. So I'm saving money and I'm not eating bad things, but I really want a meat pie now. So like that would just be so good.
Yeah, Andrew's saying seems to be one of the most frustrating parts of traveling YouTube. Honestly, it's insane, isn't it? I remember watching other travel YouTubers 8 years ago, and it was the same problems. But it's just true. It's just so difficult to have that reliable internet, and that's honestly. Someone also said just book hostels. Totally are cheaper, but again, we need the internet for both of our jobs.
That's the thing. Everyone's like, book here, it's cheap, but you can't because you can't upload anything.
It ends up costing us more money to then go rent a hotel space or sit there and have 4 coffees in the day just to be able to sit there and upload.
And that costs $30 at that point. So
yeah, we need basically like, yeah. Anyway, it's frustrating. And then someone else there said, "How do you manage 2 or 3 different channels?" Just heard about your other ones.
Oh, you didn't know? That's cool. That's awesome.
How do we manage it? We're still figuring that out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know.
You have to have a priority list, which is why the famous podcast came and went so quickly. Still happening in the future.
If you guys don't know, we started a podcast and it was first on the list to go on the back burner.
We kind of had to just be like, all right, let's not do it because we have to focus on other things. So
yeah.
The good news is we are getting our processes in order. As I said, the first channel is now going to be every 2 weeks, which is nice and consistent to get those sorts of videos, and then you get 2 or 3 a week on this channel.
I think that we started this year with a focus on the first channel, and then honestly, this is going to be confusing, but that focus switched to the second channel when I started uploading a little bit more, and I took some time off the first channel. And then as the year sort of progressed around the middle of the year, the focus was 100% on the first channel and making a transition and what we're doing in the future and all of that stuff. The second channel, I don't even think I uploaded for like 4 months or something. Like I didn't upload. And then moving into sort of the last half of the year, we've been so focused on the main channel, but I've been a lot better and we've been getting a lot better at managing the two at the same time, which is why this channel has been really consistent for the second
this
half
year.
of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much the first, but for the second.
We've got our
So
process in
we're
order.
getting better. Like it's gone from one or the other all year and to learning how to do both at the same time, but it's not without fault. And I've missed a couple of uploads and whatnot. But I think next year we'll have it down pat and there'll be able to be consistent videos on this channel and the first channel. And I just saw a comment that someone was confused about why I only have 24,000 subscribers, not a million. I have 2 channels. So running both is what I do. And it is hard to treat. Do I treat them as separate channels? And you know what I mean? It's been a hard, like, trying to figure it out, but I have 2. So I have a large one and a
This
small
is the
one.
more personal one.
The big one isn't not personal.
Sorry, more personal to you.
It's just less.
This channel is more about us.
Yeah.
Is what I mean.
Yeah. It's just like old school travel vlog. That's the way I say it.
Yeah.
But,
hi, Steph and Pete. Thank you.
Oh, hey, you guys. We're just talking about meeting YouTubers.
Other YouTubers, yeah. We haven't met Steph and Pete.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying we haven't met you. Met Mike and Ashley.
Seems like everybody is in Thailand at the moment, based off the comments.
Natasha was asking about my fitness, so I will just touch on that real quick because, I think doing something like that will keep me accountable for my fitness, which is something I need to do.
Same.
The only issue is that we both have this like calling to do it in Thailand. But it's finding the time to be able to go somewhere for a month or 2 or 3 to be able to focus on the fitness instead of working the whole time and being distracted. That's the hard part. So we need to have worked really, really, really hard to film 8, 9 videos for the large channel to be able to take the time off to focus on the gym. Now, I definitely want to do it in Thailand. I don't have to go to Thailand to exercise, but that's just how I feel. And that's what I feel like at this moment will work for me the most. I'm not so much in love with the gym as I used to be, but I want to try different things. I would like to try like some Muay Thai because I used to do MMA and I've done martial arts for 22 years of my life. So I want to kind of get back into that. And maybe some like Pilates or yoga to kind of strengthen my back because as you guys know, I have back issues and they've been progressively getting worse and worse this year. So I would like to do those things instead of focusing on the gym, but I would love to document that process. So that will come at some point. We just don't have the time right now, or that we're not ahead enough in our content in order to have the time to do that. But that is a priority for us come next year, I think.
Yeah, but in saying that, we also, before we both got sick here in Budapest, we were up walking every day. We were getting our 10,000 steps. We were cooking. Like, it's just one of those things where, as you guys all know, it doesn't matter what job in the world you do. When things are busy, things that are important like sleep and health go out the window.
Yeah.
And the problem is we haven't found a good routine in so long.
Yeah.
That like
we haven't had
a chance to really put a health routine in as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like we both would be more motivated to do that if we kind of went somewhere and fat camped for lack of a better term, for like 2 months straight. So then you might feel more motivated to keep rolling on. Because I don't know about you, but I grew up playing at a decent level of sport until I was like 27, 28.
And I got to a 4th Dan black belt in martial arts.
What I mean is that I'd always naturally wanted to train because I had a reason to. So I would be doing 40 plus kilometers a week with football. And then I would be going for runs and I'd lift 4 times a week and I want to eat well because I want to perform, all those sorts of things. And then when that was like taken from me, I got a really bad injury. When that was taken from me, I really struggled to figure out like, well, if I can't play on the weekend and I can eat this, like, you know, I don't have to go to the gym this week because
if I didn't stay fit, I got beat up because I was in martial arts.
And the worst thing for me was I started my business right as I got injured. So I went from having like motivation to train, having a routine 9 to 5 job, to then working for myself where it's like, oh, it's all to reach. So
and I've always, even when I was fit in the gym, because I used to be like almost entering into fitness competitions. Like I used to be into it. even when I was like that, if I had like one meal off my macros, I would like put on weight. Like I've always been the person to put it on easily. So anyway, it will be our focus, but right now getting into gear of the 2 channels and putting sort of the processes in place to get them done first.
Also,
and
so
then
we can schedule rest.
So we can schedule some training. But thank you. I see a couple of you guys congratulated me on the 1 million. So that's so.
Angela said she loved the podcast as well. We have big plans for the podcast. I did see someone say there's so many podcasts and that's saturated the market.
But we started it before it was saturated, and I started mine. I had a separate one by myself
years ago.
But before it was saturated.
Of saturated, people would say that YouTube's travel market is saturated, and look at us now. Like I kind of want to. I think we have a unique proposition to bring to the podcast, and what we were doing wasn't that. We were just doing it for the sake of doing it because we didn't have the time to plan.
But in the future, if we start it, it'll be like to be like we'll have a process or
we know what we want to do with it when the time comes.
Yeah, it's just not something we can add to our plate right now. We have like I feel like we have like 10 dishes sometimes, like on our 10 different hands.
I think we've always
we have to just drop some.
We've always had good ideas. We've always been able to innovate. We've always been able to be first to a lot of things or early to a lot of things.
If it comes down to exercise or tacos win every time.
True.
Feels.
Podcasts rely on sponsorships.
I forgot Kim's a member.
I mean, podcasts rely on sponsorships. It depends on what you want to get out of them. There's anything you can market anything. Like you don't need a sponsor. You can have your own product attached to it. There's so many things you can be doing. It's all this. Anyway, it's all business.
Kim, you're a beast. You're at the gym at 6 a.m. We love you. We love that. And thank you for the congratulations. And thanks for listening to my old podcast, Angela. She listened to the one on the aliens. That's so cool.
The old one I
love that one.
Remember when we used to do, people would write their like weird relationship things to us?
I loved my first podcast.
This is when we were in Australia before travel. This was before we've just met.
And we were trying to, like, Michael was like, what do you want to do? I was like, social media. So I was like, I wanted to do a podcast. So we started that. And then obviously it's all turned into what you guys have seen over the last 2-3 years. But yeah. Yay, from the US. Thank you guys. I told you guys that at the start of the live that I'm sorry if you're American because we tried to get it at a right time for everyone. So I'm so glad that some of you could make it.
We'll try and do what the next one we do. We'll try and probably line up the US and
Australia.
It's always going to be Australia because that's like where our families are. So if they're watching, I don't know if they have accounts to type, but hello.
Yeah. It is like a podcast setup, isn't it?
Yeah, no. So yes, it is. Yeah, this is kind of like a podcast, definitely.
This is cool.
But the podcast when it happens, it'll be 6 months down the track. But we have some cool things in mind for it, and we've been blessed enough with what we do to have some really cool contacts as well.
Oh yeah, I think not. Well, I mean, if we would have kept going with it when we started it, we would have naturally found a path. But I think that now that we've taken the time and what we've done in the this year, 2024, even though we've uploaded less, we've learned more. We've learned so much more, and we've got so much more, like Michael said, like contacts and knowledge and all of that stuff that would be more beneficial to a podcast and like the guests that we can bring on the show now rather than before.
And just what we know now about retention and storytelling and all those sorts of things, like it's not reflecting in the results on that first channel.
But we know why.
But we have to battle an algorithm right now that wants to give our content to the gigantic amount of viewers that we just sort of got in China because we haven't uploaded for so long who aren't interested in that sort of content. So it's take a while for us to turn the ship around to people who want to see this sort of content.
Yeah, just
but we're understanding of it. All signs in it point to good things. We just have to persevere. Anyway,
the other thing I was going to say about that is I forgot.
Someone said it's only 4 a.m. here, so either late or early morning, depending on perspective.
Yeah, true.
Late for me. 4 a.m. is when I've been falling asleep lately.
I had a point to say, and I've completely forgotten. But I think it was on the lines of, I don't know.
Yeah, Kim said you need to go on a cruise.
I've been trying to get him on a cruise for so long, but now actually that I think about it, I'm scared of the water more than I used to be. So now
I'm scared of open water.
Now I'm even more scared that maybe I don't want to go on the cruise, even though I've been on like 5.
We are looking into repositioning cruises.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm scared of the water now. I never really was before. Now I am. I had a really good point. It's going to annoy me. I'm going to forget. I'm going to remember in like an hour.
Yeah. I think the problem with the cruise is that like again, like we're just so reliant on the internet and those
Well,
sorts of things.
they
Because
have them now.
I understand that, but you have
When for reference, I'm so old that when I went on cruises, there was no phone, there was no Wi-Fi.
that's only recent.
Like I'm not that old,
Yeah,
anyways.
but the problem is that if we have everything organized for Josie's channels, you can have it all scheduled and you can go away. But I need internet
For your
for my business. I have to schedule time off for that as well, which isn't easy to do right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I only need to work like 3 hours a day on it right now because of what I've built it to and the team that I have, but I still need that 3 hours a day for it to function. So
I was saying something about the channel. I can't remember what it was, but
it'll come to you.
it'll come. That's expensive, Rick and Morty. 1,400 for 7 days of a
No,
cruise.
it's all right because if that's twin, I don't know. But you've got your accommodation, food,
And food.
entertainment.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely come to Pakistan. I do think there's a whole bunch of countries that we haven't been, and I really want to go. And I don't really necessarily have a country goal. Like I'm not in my head like I have to visit 100 countries. I'm not like that. But at this point, I'm like I never know when this journey will end. Like I will like if I don't know every one of you stops watching my channels tomorrow, I'll have no job. So it's kind of like while I'm out here and while I can, I want to see it kind of as many new places as possible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm drawn to the comfort of Thailand and places that I've been. So it's kind of really hard right now.
Yeah.
But I want to see so many countries. I've got like a list of like 15 bucket list places and I'd love to go. We're actually about to go to one of them. And then you were like, no, we can't go anymore. So
yeah.
Yep.
Cruise just arouses my claustrophobia. That's where I'm
I
at.
love claustrophobia.
That's the core difference between the two of us is that Josie's happy being in the same confined space for a long period of time.
Love it.
And once I start realizing that I can't get off this thing, that's when I'm like, I don't like this. So
love that. Oh, so yeah, exactly. So the difference of the second channel. So the second channel is your favorite. I love that. I love hearing the different like perspectives because, like I said, like I'm gonna keep those things. I'm gonna keep those room tours and all that stuff. I love that. So I love that you love that.
And like I do think I'm glad that you guys see that authenticity because like it's easy to like run a vlog channel and still kind of plan it and those sorts of things. This one ain't planned. I'll tell you that.
Let me tell you.
We don't have any plan for that second channel, and that's what I think makes it so unique.
Which I love. Anyway,
it's purely us. Someone said that, do you guys own a home?
I will never be on the housing market.
Yeah, Jesse.
I will never be in the housing market.
Well, in Australia anyway.
I cannot afford it. I don't know if I can't see a world in which I'll ever be able to afford it. Australia is falling.
No, so we aren't married. I own a home. I had it before I met Josie, so there is somewhere for us to go back to.
If you watch my like very first videos on my main channel, I think his house is in there, and then like some of the second channel. No, we haven't been back to your house since we started the channel.
No,
I think it's in the very first video, maybe packing up and leaving it, but. Yeah, that's Michael's house. So Michael owns.
So the whole like, do you guys travel for money? I don't think. Well, I wouldn't say travel for money. We travel because if we didn't want to do this,
I get money while I travel.
If we didn't want to do this, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. If I was like, I want to go be a nurse, I don't know, I would go home and do that. But it's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that I can make a full-time income from it is amazing.
We'd be doing the same trips if you had an online business like me that wasn't content.
Yes.
Because we don't and won't ever just do things because that's where the trend or the algorithm or whatever is leading us. Like I'd much rather be like, this is who we are and what we want to do. And if people like it, they like it. And if they don't, they don't. And that's okay. And I didn't pretend to be something I wasn't to make it happen.
Exactly right. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I find that I think that I'm lucky. I don't care if people have negative opinions, and I feel like a lot of people take it to heart.
Yeah.
I literally could not give less of it anything in case there's children here. But I love that you guys like me. You know what I mean? If you like me, it's fine. If you don't, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like if you don't, you don't. There's plenty of people I don't like.
But the fact that this job kind of, you know, you have to not care about that to an extent, otherwise you won't last. So yeah, I'm just lucky to be able to make a full-time income from something that I want to do, which is awesome. Which isn't the case for most people, but I would say if I can do it, you can do it. So if that's what you want to do, you definitely could.
Okay, let's catch up on some of the comments.
Oh, someone's talking about Cappy. Okay, update. Take it away because he's your dog.
Cappy's going through it, man.
He needs another surgery.
Yeah, he's getting old. So
if you don't know, Cappy is Michael's dog. He got him like, I don't know, 8 years ago, and he had him before me, and
Yep.
he's a bull terrier.
He's a bull terrier, and he's the loveliest, absolutely loveliest creature on planet Earth. That dog.
I'm gonna cry because I
Isn't
miss
he?
him.
He's so
I've been so
soft and
emotional, and I've been so missing him lately. I literally, oh god, I literally went onto my second channel yesterday, last night, and watched my vlogs from when we were home in Australia, and just to see his little freaking egghead.
So he's so sweet.
So
I've had other bull
sweet.
terriers. The breed in general is very sweet. But I've had plenty of dogs in my lifetime growing up on bigger properties and things. And he's just the most unique dog ever. And his brain is like 50-50 split between food and having a cuddle. There's
Literally.
nothing else going on up there.
It's like
Yeah. So
food.
we came home recently because he had to have a cancer operation, which you guys would have seen
Again.
on this channel. Yeah.
Yeah, second
You
channel.
would have seen it on this channel. And he's just getting old, and it's kind of worked out really well because he's at a point now where we're probably too active for him if we were home. Like we're
getting
getting out and
older.
doing things, and he needs to be around someone 24/7. And also, my mum is very ill, and she's home 24/7. And he's so caring and loving. He's with my parents now, and he's like, I feel like he's found his calling in life of kind of being this like emotional companion dog whilst my parents go through that process. So he's like doing the perfect thing in his life right now, but he's also quite sick and he's getting on. So
he needs a nail removed now.
He needs a nail removed. He's got a
gosh.
fractured nail, which is
Doesn't
not
stop.
that big of a deal compared to the cancer he had removed. And he has these cancers because I've tried so hard in my life. If there is a slither of sun, that dog will lie in it, and you can like I swear he'd break out of prison just to lay in the sun. Like he's just so.
We did do the whole when we were home. We did do the whole
We lather him
sunscreen
in
thing,
zinc.
and we'd lather him. But since we've been away, obviously we can't like police that. But like,
But even with the zinc, I still feel like he bakes himself.
he does.
But the
He
cancer,
he loves it now too. So it's like he loves it. Like when I tell you he loves it, I mean he like
his life
loves
would be
it.
worse if he couldn't lay in the
So
sun.
if we stop him as well at this point, like I don't know.
Someone said, "Is he in pain?" He's not in pain. He was
he
in
was
pain
when he
before the
had
surgery.
he was when he had the big lump.
So I've always paid for the surgery, even though it's bloody expensive.
I think it's like his third lump you
every
pay to
time
have
he's
removed.
had a lump because I don't want him to be in pain. But there will come a time where, obviously, like you have to make a decision on can he just keep getting cancers over and over, which is really sad.
And getting it cut out and going through recovery and doing all that. So
please tell me you have pet insurance. I did have pet insurance, and the first time he got cancer, they didn't pay out, so I'm not going to bother with it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's absolutely lovely. He's very happy and content where he is. He gets to sit at my mum's feet, and my mum isn't completely mobile at the moment, but she can wiggle her toes, so she gives him a little scratch, and he sits at her feet, and he's so like, I'm just so happy that he's doing what I think he was born to do. Even when he was a little puppy, I remember a story. I was taking him for a walk, and he would go mental because he was a puppy, and all the kids would want to pat him, and he'd jump around and go crazy and like jump up on them and stuff. I'd have to tell him not to.
Someone's asked for a picture.
And then there was this really like sickly old man who was being pushed in a wheelchair, and his daughter said he used to have a bull terrier growing up. Can he pat him? And Cappy just went calm immediately and like let him pat him, and he just understands when people are in need of care. I think he would have been an awesome like hospital care dog, and I'm glad he kind of gets to do that. You know, for a photo.
I'm trying to find a photo, and I've tried multiple times throughout the. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. It's a video because I'm under pressure and I can't. Can you see him?
There you go. Show that one.
Oh, that's so cute.
There's Josie and Cappy.
Oh my gosh, I love him. Oh, I love him so much.
Face only a
Look at
mother
his
could love.
face. Yeah, everyone says he's ugly, but he's not. Anyway, thank you guys. Oh my gosh, I've been binge watching your vlogs ever since. I've been seeing like more comments than usual being like, I just found you and I'm a new subscriber. So thank you everyone if you just subscribed or if you've been around the whole time. But it is cool to be picked up by new people because the way that like YouTube works, I don't really make this second channel to be discovered by new people, if that makes sense. I just make my day. And generally, if you haven't seen someone before on like your homepage, you don't really care about that stuff. So to find new people right now is awesome. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Charles, saying that we're nice. Cappy's nice because we're nice. Thank you so much for that. And I like hearing about your stories with your dogs too, because we know how it is, and we know what
Do they
it's
want
like.
to see Skinny Me and Puppy Cappy?
Put it up if
I
you
can't
want.
reach. You have to do it.
Okay.
Puppy Cappy and Skinny Me.
Oh, it's not even. There you go.
That's when he wouldn't.
Oh my gosh, he's so small.
That's
there.
when he wouldn't sit still for the photo.
Oh my gosh, that is so
Yeah.
freaking cute.
And
oh,
here's when he was a puppy. He's a big puppy. But
he's so cute.
it's not focusing.
I know.
There you go.
Oh my god, that makes me cry. Thank you so much, Mike and Ashley. We'll catch up soon. We'll meet somewhere else around the world. And thank you so much for watching. I love hearing that. I like open your like horizons to trying new stuff and to travel to places that maybe you won't travel to. So hearing that is awesome. Thank you so much. At the moment, we don't really have any long-term plans, if I'm being honest with you. I would like to buy a house one day. I don't think it'll ever happen. But that's the only sort of long-term plan I have. My plan is to keep doing this YouTube thing and to make it as successful as I possibly can, because it's something that I love, and I love.
The focus is here at the moment,
but we don't have any plans.
Yeah,
we have no plans. We don't know what we're doing tomorrow.
I mean,
at this point.
the thing like there's ideally things you might like in the future, but I think I've learned from all the stuff that happened with my parents, with my mum, is that you can't plan for what happens next. So we don't generally think too far ahead. I mean, it's easy for me to say because I bought a house at the right time.
Yes.
But there's not really any like we have to do this or have to do this, because life will take you places. Who knows? You can say I want to have kids, and then maybe it doesn't happen for you. Those sorts of things.
Yeah, true. I never thought.
Right now, we're very focused on building this. Yeah. A house where? My house in Australia.
No, I think I said I want to buy one. I'm not sure where. Like in my head, I always thought Australia because that's where I'm from. But I don't know anymore. Like being so far away from my home for so long has made me think like, does my home have to be Australia? I think in my heart it does.
I understand,
But
I
would love to live in Thailand as well. Like it's very difficult, and my thoughts on those things have changed a lot over traveling. The longer we're away from home, the different my thoughts
are. It doesn't make Australia not home, but when you do travel, it does like not just because Thailand's cheap. It's also the type of person you're around. And not even just Thailand. There's even like parts of Europe you think of as well. Like Australia's always home, but I don't know if it's right now the best place to be. It's a struggle. Australia's a struggle. People think that it's easy street, but it's so expensive.
I don't know if I'd be able to afford living there. That's how crazy it is. Like I left just as sort of everything was turning for the worse, and I don't know how I would live.
People with young families in Australia right now who might like it must be so difficult to be on that tenterhook of like if one of us loses our job. It's just it's really difficult. It's really difficult. It's difficult everywhere in the world. Cost of living is going up everywhere, but Australia just feels like, from what I see, it's just
We'll answer a few more questions and then we might go. I need a coffee, guys. Speaking of coffee, what's the most expensive part of your travels? I spend too much on coffee. My most expensive part of my travel is coffee. And you know what's funny? Like the price of coffee in the country that I'm in will dictate how many coffees I have. In Thailand, where it's like $2, I'll have like 4 coffees a day. Here, where they're like $5 each, I can only really have 1 or 2. But definitely,
but I will say
the coffee budget is
in terms of budget though. Neither of us drink alcohol, so it's like I feel like we probably spend.
We've had more alcohol in Europe than we have in our not in my entire life, but you were a party boy, so maybe not in your entire life. Your entire life since you retired
from drinking.
Yeah,
we don't have a big budget for like we don't go out in terms of like drinking in clubs and parties and pubs and things like that. So I don't know. I wonder how that would balance out compared to what people would expect.
Hey, Joanne, I think you remember on my large channel and you said thanks for 1 million. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Joanne's a member.
Thanks, Joanne.
So is Angela.
I recognize you all my members, but because
Lucy.
You're a member from like my main channel and not this channel, you don't have the members mark. So I'm like, hey, I know you. but yeah, one of our memorable moments from travel. Let's do that and end it on a good note. What do you think's your memorable moments from the travels?
Memorable
I
moments
will
from
say the drone
travels.
crashing was one of them for me because
As in unexpected, I think they said most
oh,
moment out. Oh, most memorable
most
moment.
memorable because
Man, there's been so many cool ones. I think we've had some more emotional ones recently. The video that's gonna come out this weekend,
that's the plan. I
hopefully,
haven't seen it yet.
on
Was
the
it?
main channel. Was quite quite an emotional, and there's lots of things in that I'm like, whoa. For me, the most memorable experience is honestly probably crossing the border in Afghanistan. I've never experienced that feeling before in my life of like fear and I couldn't tell if it was fear or excitement.
Yeah.
I had this like butterfly feeling, but I was scared. But at the same time, I was like, wow, this is incredible. And then I think that like first hour in Afghanistan was crazy. And then
Yeah.
I fell asleep in the car because my adrenaline must have gone through the roof. I fell asleep in the
I was
car.
like, thanks. Leave me with these two strange men while you fall asleep while I'm in the first time in Afghanistan. It was totally fine. They're
Yeah,
lovely, but
probably
like
Afghanistan. I think other than that, um, I don't know. It is a hard one to say what's the most unexpected moment because like
memorable.
they're memorable. There are so many. There are so many.
I can think of the drone because I was traumatized. Everyone's like, it's just a drone, but guys, that was at that point 7-8 months worth of my pay. So to lose that,
We were on a runway of money that had been saved at that point.
and
So
I was at the end of that money. Like I
yeah,
had no money left,
it was
and
like, oh, we've got 3 months of runway left.
and then
Then the drone breaks. Oh, no, hang on. If we
it,
buy a new drone, we have no money left
it
to do
was
that.
ridiculous. So yeah, that was memorable because it was traumatic. I would say that
Honestly, the Fulham Brentford game was up there.
I was about to say we just came from London. That's your domain, so you describe that really quickly.
We went to the Fulham game. I'm a big Fulham fan. It's been nearly 20 years now. Since I was a small child in primary school.
Okay, faster than that.
And we went to the game, and Brentford's somewhat of a rival. We talked about this on the second channel, but
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you don't have to say it again.
We were losing the whole game, very frustrating, and then like 2 goals in literal last 2 minutes, and we
It was
won, and it
insane.
was pandemonium. It was insanity, and I've travelled for some big sporting events in my life, Fulham included, and that was just a special feeling. to be
Even for
part
me,
of.
I've never felt.
You wouldn't have to be a
that's-
football fan to
yeah.
have felt that. That was the energy of
Yeah.
like relief and ecstasy at once from 30,000 people.
And coming from someone who isn't like, I'm like probably I'd say 20% invested, 25% invested into his Fulham as much as he is. If that, I felt that whatever that was, I felt it. And if I could feel it, it's really special. So that was a
Yep.
special moment. I would say a part in India where we met up with Harry's family, where we met Harry, was really memorable. A lot of India was memorable
India
for me.
was so memorable.
Um,
The walking down the street in the old city of the old part of Old Dhaka was just like one of those
yeah.
surreal feelings of so many people around.
Scenery. So I really liked.
Afghanistan's up there. Tajikistan. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. The scenery was. I would never have expected that ever.
If you haven't watched the Kyrgyzstan video on the main channel, maybe I like it
Please watch
because
it.
I wasn't there. It's just Josie. Maybe that's why I liked it because I was
Amazing.
enjoying it for the first time. The scenery is incredible.
Yeah, I need coffee too. I need to go get one now.
But I will say also one of the best moments of scenery was the quad bike video in Chiang Mai.
Oh, I didn't.
Where we went.
I don't agree.
Where we went to that.
I mean, it was great. I just didn't think about that standout.
Where we went up to that
Yeah.
lookout.
Yeah, it was okay.
I got an affinity with northern Thailand. So something about that place feels more like home than home. So that's probably why
I can't really think of any else off the top of my head. I feel like I should, but I can't.
I will say that Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan definitely spoiled other places' scenery for me.
Scenery would also be the mountains of Tibet.
And Tibet. So we very quickly, in a very short space of time, did Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tibet, and all of a sudden, like, it's going to be tough to top that scenery wise.
So on the weekend, the first day of Vlogmas, if you're watching on this channel, the next video will have me go to the top of one of the most famous things to do here in Budapest. And I was just like, oh, it's okay. And I said that because, like we just said, in the last months, I've seen the hills and mountains of Tibet, which, by the way, had the Himalaya mountains. Incredible. And places like Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. So I do feel like maybe if I hadn't seen those places, I would have been a little bit more into it here. But I was just like, oh yeah, it's okay.
All right, let's do 5 minutes of quick round questions.
Oh, I was gonna just. That was it. I
Well,
said that was the last question.
There's a few questions there. So
Okay.
if you've got questions or you've been sitting on them,
Ask them because we're
gonna
gonna
rapid fire
rapid
answer
fire
them.
and I need a coffee.
Yeah,
The last one that you watched of was in Chiang Mai. I think that was the last one we did. We haven't done very many
it's a
lives.
special
If you like
place.
them, let us know. But we don't like doing them too often. Make them special when they happen. I do go live on TikTok sometimes. My TikTok's actually Josie Vlogs things. I just started a new one. So yeah.
All right, let's go. Got to get the AeroPress. Yes, let's go for the first question. After scenery, what other travel YouTubers do you watch? Loki. We don't
No one.
watch. We don't watch that, and that's not because they're not good or anything. We just don't have. We
The
don't. We
time
don't watch a lot
anymore.
of YouTube anymore. I would say
I think like we talk about YouTube so much that
we're burnt out on it,
yeah.
and that's not.
Right now we are, yeah.
We both love YouTube and we both do watch YouTube, but I think we don't watch travel YouTube because we live it. Honestly, like we both watch YouTubers in other niches more often.
I don't watch anything right now.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Netflix and things like
I've been
that.
trying to not watch YouTube because I think about it so often. Right now, I want an escape from it. To be honest with you, so
Yep.
right now I can't think of anything else that I watch.
Yeah, but there's plenty of fantastic YouTubers. We're friends with plenty of them, and like so many people do so many cool, unique things. So if someone's out there kind of blazing their own trail, doing something unique,
We love
we
that.
back that.
Natasha's asked us if we weren't doing YouTube, what career would we have been doing? I have absolutely no freaking idea. I might still be in a gym, but that wasn't really making me happy. So I have no idea.
I'm kind of still doing my other one. I'd be doing some sort of business. That's what I always do. That's why we're a good team.
Yeah.
That's why we're a good team. Someone said best food. It's always going to be
Afghanistan.
controversial. There's
Rosh.
all different reasons.
Rush.
Afghanistan for me. Thai for me.
Pad Kapow.
Yeah, Afghanistan and Thai are probably
Noodles from
one and
Chengdu
two.
are in my second channel. I think about them at least once a week.
Yeah.
Great to see you guys like coffee. Congrats on 1 million. Thank you so much, Andrew.
My
Nice
husband
to
is
see you
making
here.
me a coffee now.
Oh,
What a nice guy.
wish my
You don't want me to make a coffee.
I'd like you to go get me one.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Everyone tell coffee to go get me Michael. Everyone tell Michael to go get me a coffee. How
Are you both now? We're in Budapest.
We're in Budapest right now.
How long are you staying here?
We were meant to leave earlier this week. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this. I'm trying to do this rapid fire. We were meant to leave yesterday. We are staying because we have the next YouTube video to film for the main channel early next week. So we had to extend. And I'm excited to film that.
Yeah. So
go, Michael, go get me coffee. I think that's it.
Plans to come out to DC.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go to America.
I don't know if we'll end up in DC, but I'd like to. Well, yes, we probably will. I'm not going to not go there for the history. Josie's going to go. Who cares about the White House? Why do we have to see the White House? Who cares?
I've seen it in so many
movies. Who cares about the
movies.
Lincoln Memorial? Who cares? I could just see this on Google.
Hey, Lucy, Josie Coffee, is that in the one you told me to go there?
Yeah,
to Josie Coffee.
Josie, is that
every time
that's
I went
in Cardiff, right?
Every time I went, Lucy, to Josie Coffee, they were closed. So they were off the list. I went to this is so niche, so sorry, but really quick. Before we left Newcastle, I was going to Mr. Sister, Wildflower in West End.
Wildflower in Wallsend is honestly the best coffee I think I've had in the world.
She's so lovely, the owner as well. So, and then I don't know what else, but yeah, I love
Lucy,
them.
you should get out to Wildflower. It's incredible. Josie is in Maith and Gateshead, and the guy in Cardiff uses their beans. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's right. I love how he's like, I love how they're like, they know I love coffee and you love Coke Zero.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think that might be it. But it was really, really, really fun to do this. I love this. And you're right. This is kind of podcast vibes. Make me feel like we should do that.
Quick wrap up just to see what we were talking about.
Vlogmas is going.
Vlogmas is happening.
Starting on the 1st, obviously. So this weekend.
First channel. We've been working really hard to plan it, and it's stressful. And we're trying to get a consistency of every 2 weeks.
But it's a lot of time.
Which is going to happen, except for we'll take a video off in January, as we always have and always will. But so you should expect to see Vlogmas this year, a video every 2 weeks on the main channel, and then next year you should expect to see a video every 2 weeks on the main channel,
starting from February or March,
2 or 3 a week on the second channel
from next year.
We're really excited about the video on the weekend on the main channel, so please watch it. I'm so
excited for this video.
One last impassioned plea, very quickly, for you guys that are watching. What's happening right now with the main channel is that we're making content for it that YouTube still is a bit confused about who it should be showing it to because of the history of the channel, right? People who watch travel content to different countries aren't necessarily interested in stories. If you are and you're someone that's watching it and enjoying it and you're like, that video was really great, please leave a comment or a like at the moment. And that helps YouTube speed up the process of figuring out it can show it to more people like you. So it drastically helps us. We know we never ask for likes, we never ask for comments or any of those sorts of things. We should do
But
it
I'm
more
gonna
often.
have to start if you don't.
We should do it more often. So please, when the video comes up on the weekend from the main channel, just give it a comment, give it a like. You'll be so much helping us. That's all I could ask for.
Side note, Angela's like, you need a coffee sponsor. I've actually reached out to a few companies and none of them have been interested in working with me. So that's fun.
We might make our own coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of time, effort, and money into the main channel, but your support helps every single part of this transition. And 1 million subscribers was crazy. And we thank you so much for your help and your support on this channel or the main channel,
Yep.
or if you watch both. Absolutely love you guys. And thank you so much. Just 80 of you to spend your day or morning with us is just absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for that. Anything else from the live?
No, which I like doing these, so we might try and do more often on this channel in the future.
Maybe the second channel is the place for the lives, but I do them randomly on my TikTok, which I said is Josie Vlogs things, because I have 2 TikToks now because the first one I never got paid from. So I started one where I
We've
actually
got to
get
finish
paid.
this.
Okay, yeah, see you guys. All right, thank you so much. I got to go get a coffee.
Have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. See ya.